It is August 14th, 2026. Welcome to my garden tour. We're actually going to start outside the garden with the raspberry shortcake. This is like a patented variety, but I have it at home, so I did pull some of the starts off it and separate them, which technically isn't really even cloning. They're not doing that well, they're just starting to come back. However, the original plant is very nice, very lush, very thick. There's a lot of plants in here, so when I get off my butt, I will plant that in the ground. Look at all these cherry tomatoes I harvested today. I have the yellow millefleurs, I have the sweet 1000s, and some little tiny spoon currant cherry tomatoes, which I'm actually going to save for seed because they're the first I've gotten this year. The corn is getting really tall. It's way taller than me, and a lot of it's not ready to harvest yet, but I did harvest these two already, and they have nice fat kernels in them, which I will be unwrapping this corn maybe later in this video. Also, shout out to my second patch of corn, which is later in the season and just starting to bloom with larger heads. Shout out to my third patch of corn, even though the whole middle patch fell over. There was a deer standing in it, but I honestly think it was just not structurally integritous. Here is some late harvest garlic, which is just starting to come up. I like to plant all of my sad loser garlics all season long in little patches like this. They won't form bulbs until the following year because they have to be like stratified and frozen to form the bulbs. But I let them grow all year, and I think it provides a lot of extra flavor when they do bulb up in the following year. My gorgeous giant marigolds. I planted these in the middle of the drought season and they sprouted just fine now coming up, but they're a giant African variety, so I'm expecting these ones to bloom mid-September. This is all one singular tomato plant here. I've actually cut clones off it a couple times from the suckers because it grows crazy suckers. Here's some that are more in production. This is the Millefleur tomato, and this is my favorite tomato. It's a French tomato, and it grows like this big bouquet of tomatoes on it. It's probably my favorite tomato in terms of flavor too. It's a yellow cherry. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend it. And again, all of this is one plant. I don't know, let me see if I can find, I don't know, somewhere down in there. I don't even know where the base of the plant is, but it's so big. All this is seriously just one volunteer plant. I thought I had lost it, but no. So I don't know what went wrong here, but this was my tomatillo plants. Giant sunflower. I'm expecting these to bloom in mid-September as well. They're really, really big. Lemon balm, so much lemon balm, and also spearmint. I just kind of let them take over here. The bouquet dill is absolutely crazy. I am never going to have to buy dill seeds ever again. And also this plant will reseed itself. I plucked the flowers off for a long time because I was trying to store them for my, like the leaves for my sister's fiance, but then she's been traveling so much. So now I've let it go to flower, and all of these, let me see if I can find some here. Like right here, all those green things are each individually going to be a dill seed. I am really excited to show you guys. Oh, come on, focus. This is my first turban squash. Look at it. She's already pollinated and growing. She's about 3 days old. And like, I would say, oh, maybe 1.5 inches across. And right there, that is her little sister getting ready to go. At that. Oh, I just absolutely love this squash. It's been one of my favorite things that I've been growing this year. And now I am being eaten alive, so thus concludes this garden tour. Sorry we skipped the potatoes.